be a very good electrical engineer or be a very good mechanical engineer or be a very good computer scientist, and then in grad school to think about joining an interdisciplinary research team.
Focus your audience. Help your audience know this is the piece that you should.
My name is Professor Neal Bangerter. I've been working at Imperial College London for about the last 6 years. I also split my time now with a university in the United States. My primary area of research, I'm an electrical engineer by training. I'm in the Department of Bioengineering, and I focus on medical imaging and do a lot of machine learning and artificial intelligence with medical imaging and how do we improve medical imaging, specifically a lot of work with magnetic resonance imaging or MRI. My group takes magnetic resonance imaging techniques and we try to make them faster. We try to use signal processing to improve image quality. And then we are also using machine learning and artificial intelligence to process medical images to help with diagnosis. I think one of the things that I find most important about helping to mentor students into research is providing them not only with the technical skills that they need. It's important that they learn how to program, it's important that they understand the physics, it's important that they learn a lot of the engineering, but I also try and mentor the students in my research group on communication. I think we can be excellent researchers, but if we can't communicate what we've done, if we can't write a good paper, if we can't give a good presentation, it doesn't matter if our research is good. So one of the things that I like to do is really mentor my students, not only in the technical aspects, but also in the communication aspects. Well, we see a lot of Chinese students in the UK. I think at Imperial College London, about incoming freshman class last year, I think was about 25% Chinese students. So we see a lot of both students. I would say that one of the strengths of the Chinese students is they have a lot of technical preparation compared to students in the UK or students in the United States that we see a lot too. I think the rigor of mathematical preparation, in physics is very, very high for the Chinese students. One of the areas that we need to work on often with the Chinese students is really in kind of a communication style, communication in English, helping to communicate big, complicated ideas simply in English. I think that's probably the biggest challenge. And you know, a lot of the students from the UK or from the United States where English is their first language, that's much easier for them. Another difference that I see between the Chinese students and maybe the students who have come out of the UK university, sometimes the level of practical application is different. Some of the students in the UK have opportunities very early to get hands-on, project-based or lab-based experience, and I think we see that less with the Chinese students. That's why I think programs like this are so valuable. Like what you guys do, where we try to help give Chinese students the opportunities to engage in hands-on experiences. And I also think there's a different way of thinking sometimes. I think that they know how to think critically. It's just applying it in very kind of practical areas that you need to do for research. Sometimes we need to teach. Well, I think in a program like this, we don't have a lot of time, but what we can do is teach them all of the basic building blocks that they need and the research process and get them engaged with the research process. So teach them how to read a scientific paper. I spend a lot of time on that. How do you understand what the big problem is, what the solutions that already exist are, and how are we going to solve that? What new are we going to do? So try and teach them that. And then we try and give them some introduction and some hands-on experience programming, manipulating data, and if they are advanced enough with trying some basic machine learning projects to get some facility with understanding what we can do with machine learning and AI. that already, if you're engaging with this and thinking about research, you're doing the right thing. But my advice would be to just learn to program. That's more and more important in every aspect of research now. And I think be patient. More and more, a lot of cutting edge research requires them to go to graduate school. So I think I would encourage the students to think about graduate education. Well, in a field like mine, for students that are interested in this research that's at the intersection of engineering and biology and medicine, it's important for them to become really good at what they do as an undergraduate, be a very good electrical engineer, or be a very good mechanical engineer, or be a very good computer scientist, and then in grad school to think about joining an interdisciplinary research team. I see too many students that think that they need to be interdisciplinary really early, but grad school is really the right place to become interdisciplinary. Undergrad, you want to be very, very good at your specific area. You want to learn how to be a good electrical engineer or learn how to be a good computer scientist. Then in grad school, it's really the opportunity to start working on an interdisciplinary team where you're going to learn more about other people's areas, but you are going to contribute to the team based on your expertise.